we were talking about a pretty fun story. That would be, people forget that we were in middle school once too.
We were.
Right?
We were.
And you had a really beautiful story about your middle school years and a little tie-in to Rectory.
A little connection to Rectory. Well, I have never lived more than 3 miles away from where I'm sitting right now. I grew up on Pomfret Hill, 2 miles that way. I was born at Day Kimball, 3 miles that way. I got married and moved to Fox Hill Road, which is about 2.5 miles that way. And now I live on Modoc Road, which is about 2 miles that way. So Pomfret in this community has always been near and dear. My mom was the school nurse at Pomfret Prep for a very long time, so I'm familiar with the private school the presence in Pomfret.
Yeah.
But myself, one of the things I get asked a lot about from faculty is what's appropriate with kids in middle school, kind of diving into, feelings and hormones, right? They're in middle school. They're going through puberty. Kids start to realize that, I might be interested in that kid, or I have feelings for that kid. And that's all completely normal. So one of the challenges of helping in counseling is helping our kids navigate these budding new relationships, right? And I think it's kind of ironic that myself, again, we've all been through middle school. I used to live, like I said, 2 miles that way, and my very first middle school crush was a Rectory boy in 1974. And we used to leave love notes in the stone wall. So I would write a note to him and stick it in the stone wall, and he would walk up from DGB and take the note and write me one back. And it was a very awesome way to dip my toes into the water of, young love.
The first direct message.
So yes, exactly, the first direct message. So
the love letter.
So I love that that's a piece of my own story, because it really helps me have some perspective about the reality of the kids, the age that we are, the age that our students are. And this is, young love is, is timeless as the ages. So, right, it is part of the group that we're working with and the kids that we have in our care.
Yeah. So. Well, thank you for sharing that story. I thought that was so cool and unique. I'm glad we got to share that.